Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and we are doing a workshop on Tableau. So we're going to be learning about how to use the software and why it's so important to use. So we're going to be downloading Tableau and we'll be using the following datasets, but you should already have that once you download Tableau, so don't worry about that. So first we're going to start with the instructions to install Tableau. And to do that, we're going to have to learn how to request the key. So in order to do that, you want to make sure your laptop or machine is running the latest version of Windows or the Mac version. Also, make sure that you have Microsoft Excel to be able to import your data, which is free to all UW students. Then next, you want to download and install Tableau Desktop. So in order to do that, you want to click to this link and you will get an email with an activation key and instructions to download. So first, I'll give you an example. You go to this link, you request Tableau for free, and especially if you're a UW student, you can just enter down University of Washington and fill out the rest of the information and send it to your email. So next, you'll get an email after you fill out the form. And then to download it, you will need to run the installer and the following prompts. So to do that, you would open Tableau, prompted to either start a free trial or activate Tableau by entering an activation key. So you would activate Tableau by using an activation key from your email. And then like I mentioned, you want to put down University of Washington. So what is Tableau? Tableau is a data visualization software used for data science and business intelligence. It creates a wide range of different interactive visualizations to present the data. So we're going to start off by going an overview of different Tableau products. Some of them include desktop, public, online, server, and reader. So the first one is Tableau Desktop, which is a business intelligence and data visualization tool. So includes a rich feature set and allows you to code and customize reports. Next one is Tableau Server, which is the all features of Tableau Desktop with networking capabilities, specifically used to share workbooks, visualizations that are created in Tableau Desktop applications across organizations. Tableau Online. Hosted versions of Tableau Server with cloud computing to make software available to everyone. It has similar functionalities of Tableau Server, but the data is hosted on cloud servers maintained by the Tableau group. Another version is Tableau Reader, which is the free version of Tableau and is limited to only viewing the workshops and visualizations. And lastly is Tableau Public, which is the totally free version. So what are the two main differences between Tableau and Excel? In Excel, you need to know the insights you are looking for and arrange the tabulation. In Tableau, you can use the interactive visualization to explore data without any specifics in mind. Second difference is that Excel needs programming to enable real-time processing, while Tableau uses easy approach to do the same. So overall, Tableau is designed for business people to find correlations in data without specific knowledge of data science and be able to draw insights without having a particular coding background. So the benefits of Tableau include some amazing visualizations. You can take unorganized, raw, ugly data and make beautiful visualizations to allow you view a deeper understanding of trends. Also, greater insights. Tableau allows users to analyze data without any specific goals in mind. Also easy of use, designed for people who don't have coding backgrounds. So how does Tableau work? So what Tableau does is connect and extract data stored in various places. When Tableau is launched, data connects are available to connect to any database. So you can pull data from various platforms such as Excel, PDF, Oracle, database in cloud, AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. So what you want to do is pull data can be either connected live or extract Tableau's data engine, which is Tableau Desktop. So also a lot of data analysts and data engineer that work with data use Tableau to create, develop visualizations. And then here is a video where it will further explain Tableau and give you some more insight into it.
In the prevailing world, every organization relies on taking data-driven decisions. But have you ever thought, how does data lead to decisions? In order to make a data-driven decision, data needs to be studied and analyzed to identify the factors that may influence your business on the run. And to make things easy for you, here comes Tableau. The renowned IT research firm Gartner has deemed Tableau to be one of the best BI tools for data visualization. But why is it so popular? What does it actually do? Imagine this. Your boss gives you a sheet with millions of rows and columns. He then asks you to find patterns from the data.
Hi guys, this is Alan. So I'm one of the workshop officer, and today I'll be going through the second part of the step-by-step approach to Tableau. And I'll use the simple data set of FIFA World Cup provided by Tableau here. So let's get started. So step one, we're going to load in our data. So when you first open the Tableau software, this is what it will look like. And to load in the data, you go to the left-hand side and click on the file you want to add. In this case, I'll be adding an Excel file. And then you choose a sheet and press open. So now you'll go to this page. On the left-hand side, you'll see the sheets that is contained in my Excel file. And basically what you're gonna do is to drag the sheet onto the designated area. So after you drag it, the data preview will be shown here. And then if you want to drag a new sheet to join the data, you can do that. And in this case, you can see the join data will be over here. It's like a Venn diagram, and you can choose the type of join you want. Or if you decide that you don't want to use this anymore, you can click on the downward triangle that will show and press remove. And when you're finished finalizing your data you're gonna load in, you can navigate to the bottom and there'll be somewhere called sheet 1, which you'll start doing your visualization. So step 2, we're going to do visualization here. So when you start doing the visualization, this is initially what Tableau would look like. On the left hand side, you can see that Tableau parses your data into two parts. One is called dimension, the other is called measures. Dimensions are the qualitative values, such as like the name, country, city, color. The measures are like quantitative values, like age and goals. So it's really simple to create a visualization. All you need to do is first you drag like the value you want into the middle area. Then you want to drag the second value onto the column space. In this case, I'll drag home goals. And Tableau will automatically show your visualization with their default choice, but basically you can customize your visualization on the right-hand side. Like choose the kind of visualization you want. And the bottom, it also suggests you how much more values you can add for a particular visualization. And then in addition to columns and rows, you can also add your other kind of value with different encoding and marks over here. There are kind of like 5 kind of encoding. In this case, I dragged my ear into the color encoding. So your value ended up here. And when you navigate to your cursor to a particularly segment of your data, it will show you the information of that one. So in this case, this segment represents the final round in year 1938, and the home goal is 4. In the third step, you want to publish your data. Well, you only need to do this if you want to like put it on your Tableau dashboard, or if you're only using like a Tableau public. So first, you'll want to rename your sheet twice. Press the sheet 1 twice to rename your sheet. And then press the middle icon to create like a new dashboard. And you'll be at this page. So drag the sheet into the middle and add the kind of object you want. And in this case, I add like a title. I name it like home goals per round. And when you finish customizing your visualization, you go to File and select Save Tableau Public. Yeah, in this case, I'm using like Tableau Public as a demonstration. So Tableau Public is free. So the only way to publish it is by creating an account and upload it. And then you rename your workbook, and then you press Save. And then when it's finished publishing, you'll be taken to this site, and you'll see a visualization is on your account. It's really neat visualization. And if you want to take a look, the link is right here, and we'll post a slide so you can check it out. Yep, that concludes my part of the step-by-step approach to Tableau, and thank you very much. Now I'll pause recording. Hi everyone, this is Alan again. So after seeing my visualization, you might also want to check out some other kind of visualization you can do. Let's see. So this one is a HCD to 10 students projects on data visualization. I think they're trying to do their data visualization on the 911 response data. So they want to quickly visualize where bicycle thefts are usually is, and what is the trend of the bicycle theft per month and within like a day. So as you can see, this is like really powerful, especially in geospatial data. You'll be able to see where it is usually located. Whereas if you just analyzing your data, it'll be like pretty hard to visualize if it gives you like latitude and longitude. But yeah, visualization and geospatial data is pretty neat. Like you can see its distribution. Okay. Yeah, and the second one is basically the same. So you can also check that out. So now this will be the part of Kayla giving map demo. And after our workshop, you'll be able to see like how powerful Tableau is. As you can see, it's just like drag and drop, and it's really easy to create a visualization, especially in like geospatial data. it's already encode the latitude and longitude for you. So it's pretty neat. And by now you should be able to know different kind of Tableau product in here. So like the pros and cons of each kind. And basically as a student at UW, like Jessica said, you'll be able to access to Tableau desktop. And if you're looking to practice for some data visualization checklist URL, the first one is like where you can get some practice data on Tableau. The second one is a demo tutorial on which is exactly similar to like what Kayla has done, but it's written in more detail. Feel free to check that out. And thank you a lot for joining us the workshop today. And please take some time and play with Tableau and let us know if you have any questions. And thank you very much.
Hi everybody, I'm Kayla and I'm going to go through a quick Tableau demo for you guys. So I'm going to turn off my video and then I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so here we have Tableau. And I'm just going to go through, again, a quick demo. I'll show you guys what demo I'm going to be going through. So here's basically like a get started mapping with Tableau tutorial. And basically it goes through some easy steps on how to set up your data in Tableau, how to like import it, and how to make sure that all the data types are correct. And so I'm going to go through this quick demo with you guys. I'm only going to go up to step 8, I believe. So this is what we're going to end up with. And then step 9 and beyond, I'm not going to go into because it goes into a lot more detailed things, which you guys can definitely look over and you can definitely go through the entire tutorial on your own. I recommend going on this website and looking through all the steps because it gives a lot more detailed explanations for each step. And then additionally, there's a lot of pictures and here's like a little gif of like them showing you like which thing to drag and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend going through this tutorial and looking through it after the video. And then also if you want to, you can go and do like the rest of the tutorial and end up with like something really cool. So I recommend going to this site. And then if you want to access the link, it should be on, yes, so it should be on our presentation slides at the end on the resources slide. And here's like 2 links. Here's just a link on how to build a simple map in Tableau. I think these are, okay, I guess they're different, but both of them basically give steps on like how to do some simple stuff in Tableau. This link here is the one that I'm going to be going through for my demo. And then this one is just a little bit more simpler map. So yeah, let's go into it. So here's Tableau again. This is basically what you see once you open Tableau. And then I have some steps here that I can show you guys as I go through it. So we already completed the first part of step 1, which is to open Tableau. And then we're going to be using the Superstore data from Tableau's repository. And Tableau's repository basically comes with Tableau when you install it. So I can show you guys here if you go to Documents. There should be a My Tableau repository, and that just comes with Tableau. So if you go into it, there's a bunch of different folders and stuff like that, and the one we want to go into is data sources. And the reason why there's 2 different like years here is just because I like originally downloaded Tableau in 2018, so that's just the first version that I downloaded, and then when I updated it, it went to 2019. So we're going to go into the updated version. Just go into that folder. And so here's like sample data that just comes with Tableau. And so the one we're going to be using is Superstore. So basically how to load that into Tableau is we're going to go to here on the left, we're going to click Microsoft Excel. And then we're going to click the sample Superstore data, and we're going to open it. So this is what it should look like once you choose your data. And then, so that's the first step. And then we're going to be using the orders and people tables. And so in order to load that into Tableau here, you just have to drag it into this like designated area. So we're going to do that. And people. And then as you can see here, you can choose either like inner join, outer join, left, right. So basically if you know some like SQL or R, then you should be pretty familiar with like these different sorts of joins. But just for reference, inner join is basically, so like if I had these two different tables, then it's only going to grab the columns that both tables have. And so we only want the data where both tables have the data together, if that makes sense. So basically the one join that we want is going to be an inner join. If you want to look more into these different sorts of joins and like what they do, you can definitely look at like SQL documentation or R documentation, and there's a lot of information on the web and stuff like that. So for our purposes, we're just going to be using a inner join. So that's going to be step 2. And so for step 3, in order to use like geographic data in Tableau, we have to make sure that it has the correct data types in Tableau, such as like, data roles, and make sure the geographical roles are correct. And so really like the purpose for making sure that this is correct with the data types and the roles is because if the data types and the roles are like not correct or not the ones that you want for your data, so like for example here, if I had like country data but I didn't specify that it was like geographical data, then Tableau won't be able to recognize that it is geographical data, and then it'll make it harder for you to work with the data because Tableau doesn't recognize it as the data type that you want. So that's really the purpose of making sure that the data is prepared properly. So basically, in order to change the data type of a column, we're going to go to the source page, which is here. And then we're going to click on the tiny blue icon in the top left corner of the column. And that's basically these little symbols here. So each symbol, as you can see, basically here it specifies like the sort of data type it is. And so the type of, I guess the data that we're going to be making sure is correct is the postal code data. And then we're also going to be looking for the country data. So the postal code data apparently is currently in number. So it's basically like an integer form, and we want to make sure it's a string data type. So we're going to scroll and look for the postal code column. So here's the postal code column, and we're going to click this. And as you can see here, it's currently a number data type, and we want to make sure it's string. So just click that, and it updates. And then as you can see now, it's the string data type. And then we also said we want to make sure that the country column is set to country/region. So here's the country. We're going to go down here to geographical role. And as we can see here, the country/region is checked. So we're good on that. Okay, so that's basically the third step. And then we're going to move to the fourth step where we're going to start finally building a map. So in order to go to like your Tableau interface where you're going to build a map, you just have to click here on the bottom left, your sheet 1, and that'll take you to like all the different sorts of tools you can use to make a map. So to make a map, we're going to be using the latitude and longitude measures. And that's basically just how you create a general map with like no data on it. And basically we drag those two measures into columns and rows. So I believe latitude is rows, hopefully, and then longitude is columns. Yeah. So as you can see here, this is just a general map of the world, and then I believe I can move, yes, you can move it around and just look around and see, explore what it looks like and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's just how to build a general map with no data on it. So then our fifth step is basically we're going to drag country data in, and then we're going to drag state data in. So here on the left, you can see all the other sorts of dimensions. And the ones that we want are the country data first. So let's look for country data right here. And all you have to do is just drag that in. So as you can see, here we have this dot basically specifying that this is the United States. And then we also want to drag the state data in the same way here. So as you can see, it populated the map with a bunch of dots basically specifying both the country and the state. And then moving on to step 6. So again, looking at this map right here, you can see that there's points on each state, and that's basically just the default for like a map in general. And so basically what we want to do is we want to change these points into polygons. So if you click it, you can see that, you know, if you can just specify one single state, and then basically what we want to do is we want to make this dot into a polygon form. So in order to do that, we go to the marks box here, and we go down to this drop down right here. And as you can see here, there's a bunch of different options for how we want the marks to look on the map. And we want to choose polygon because that's the one that we want. Oops, I guess not that one. Let's see if I remember the map. Okay, map, not polygon apparently, but map. So yeah, as you can see here, it basically changed all the dots into polygons, which is what we wanted, and it's a lot easier to identify because you can just hover over each state and then it'll tell you the according information. Yeah, so make sure you click maps and not polygon. Okay, so moving on to step 7, we're going to be adding some visual details by dragging sales to the color box here in the marks card. So we're going to do that. I believe sales is in measures. So we're going to drag this into color. So as you can see, basically it changed each state to different shades of blue according to the sale measure. And then again, if you want to hover over the different states, it'll tell you the number of sales in each state. So yeah, again, each state is colored by the sum of sales. And then again, or not again, but in general, basically, since the sales is a measure, it's a qualitative palette is used because of the the data type, essentially. So if we want to basically place a dimension on a color, then a categorical color palette will be used instead of this sort of color palette. So, okay, so moving on to step 8, we're going to be doing the last step, which is basically just to add labels by dragging the sales measure onto the label box in the marks card. So we're going to do that real quick. So yeah, as you can see, I populated each state with a label of the sum of sales, which is a lot easier to see than just hovering over each state. And so if you want to make it look even like nicer, then we can basically right-click sales, go to default properties, number format, and then decimals to 0 and use to thousands. And basically this will just make it so the numbers are compressed to a much nicer format. So again, here's the step. And then we're going to right-click sales. I believe it's the one where you use the one for the labels. So we're going to right-click this. I believe we go to, well, let me reference back to this, default properties. Maybe in format? No, not format. Here, okay, here, I believe it's here. Yes, default properties. So I guess not here, but actually in the measures left side box. So yeah, we're going to go to default properties. We're going to go to number format. And then here we're going to look at basically the decimals to 0 and then go units to thousands. So numbers, okay, let me see. Oh, I guess I can't make it bigger. But basically we're going to change this decimals places to 0. And then we're also going to make the units to thousands right here. And then we're going to click OK. And then as you can see here, it basically makes all the numbers compressed into a much nicer looking format. And so that's basically the last step that I'm going to go over. And this is the map that you should end up with. It's a pretty simple map. It shows you just the general numbers of sales in each state for obviously the superstore. But in general, that's just the general basic process of making a map, adding some measurement data to it, adding some general state and country data. And so that's sort of like a general process that you could use to make your own maps with your own data if you wanted to. And then again, if you want to see like more detailed version of like the superstore data, I believe Tableau has this also built in, so you can go back to, so if you go back to like your general main page of Tableau, there should be a superstore option or a superstore file that you can already open. And here Tableau already has like all these sorts of cool data visualization. So here's like basically the same map, but just like buffed up with a bunch of other data added onto it. Here's some cool like analytics and stuff like that with the other data tables. And you can just sort of like play with it and see like, what sorts of things you can do to change it or add to it or like analyze. So I definitely recommend looking through basically this sort of file that Tableau has given you. It's a really good resource to just sort of explore and learn more about how Tableau works. So yeah, that's going to be the end of my Tableau demo. I hope you guys learned something from it. Again, here's the Tableau map demo link that I just went through. So if you want to look through it, and if you missed any steps or need more explanation for some steps, then you can go to this link, and basically it'll walk you through the same process that I just walked you through, but in a much more detailed setting, because it has explanations for each step and stuff like that, and pictures. So yeah, so thanks for listening, and hope you have fun with the demo, and see you in the next workshop. Bye.